Hey Vibe Tribe, this is Jess Venus. I have a message to share with all of you, and it is about your mess is the message. A lot of us are going through so many things, what's happening globally, what's happening internally. Just life in itself is at times not always as beautifully filtered, and the way we display it on all of our social media forums. We show what we want to show, and it's something that we feel inspired to do, or that we hope to inspire others, or to create some kind of connection. But I was being channeled this week and I was told, what is the meaning of all of this? There is so much happening that we're in the eye of the storm currently. And a lot of people are feeling that it's too messy, it's uncomfortable, it's chaotic, and they're overwhelmed by it all. But these moments that make us feel that we are being stressed and pressured and tension is going to help us to elevate to our greater version of ourselves. And what I share with the Vibe Tribe is that your words are powerful. And as we are learning about speaking for ourselves, whether we do it on a social media platform or with our family, friends, our employers, just life in general, we are speaking words that have power. Now, we learned as we were growing up that we had to learn how to spell. So I wanted to share what was coming to me. And in the Google dictionary, spell definition is meaning or having as a result with words used as a magical charm or incantation. Through spells, it is an ability to control and influence, as through one had magical power over them. So words are huge right now. We've got words of what direction we should take, words of, we got restrictions, words of how we should live, words of segregation. And so what I'm also seeing that the pendulum is shifting, that there is the collective that's also standing up and using the words to reinforce their power, their birthright, their freedoms, their strength, their own choices that they want to apply in themselves, and that they are standing up for others. So words are very powerful. And so all this is happening with us and for us because we're in the eye of the storm. What are we going to do with our words? What is the meaning of all of this? Here's what I was being channeled with. Cosmic beings of light have been influencing our galaxy and our planet for a very long time. They are here to assist the evolution of the human race. And they are assisting us through other people that they will enter their energy into someone else's vessel, this body of ours, to help us to have the words to speak to others, whether it's to help us to ascend or to descend. Now it's up to us to decipher what these words are all about, what it means for us, and how we're going to allow it to influence us and to control us. I'm being told that these specific cosmic beings of light are currently with us right now. They are coming through teachers, mentors, healers, through those that are vocalizing. It can be celebrities, it can be songs that they use. Again, everything's a word that is being spoken. Now, what I'm being told by the cosmic beings of light, this is to help us to ascend. This is to help us to level up. And what we consume, here's another word, another spell. Consume under Google definition is to buy, to eat, to drink, to ingest. Here's something that I thought was interesting that one of my guides were showing me. They said, look at the word consume. Cons, you, me. Ooh, I was like, what? I've never seen it that way until this week as I was channeling. They said consume, C-O-N-S, cons, the letter U-M-E, consume. Now, con, when you look up the definition, it's to persuade someone to do or to believe the deception. Okay. So what we're consuming, if we're consuming all this media, this news, of fear tactics, of do as I say, or you can't be part of the world. There's a lot of division, segregation. And if you're consuming the Kool-Aid, then you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, is what I'm being channeled with. And I'm not saying you per se, I'm just saying in regards to people that are currently on this planet. So what are you consuming, Vibe Tribe? Are you consuming all the fear, the anger, the division? Are you consuming that, well, I'm better than you because I have my this and this and that, and you don't. So I get to do this and I get to do that. What are you consuming in your soul and your spirit? What are you chasing after right now? Because all of these messages that they're placing for us to consume, to take in, to ingest, can deceive you. I'm seeing a lot of my Vibe Tribe are coming to me or telling me like, I am totally depressed, man. I'm going through a difficult time. And I'm like, absolutely, you have that right. You are a soul and a human vessel experiencing true emotions, because that's what Earth is about. We get to experience feelings. We get to have our thoughts, and we get to create opinions. And it's really neat to be a human. We are allowed to feel. And right now it looks as though they want to put us in this new evolution of being distant, not having empathy, but having apathy, which means I don't care, whatever. And there's a level of balance, a degree that we should care, because at some degree, if we don't care about others, then it's going to affect us some way or another. When the Vibe Tribe, the collective, can realize that we are literally one. We are one with everything. That some way, somehow, we domino effect and impact one another. We can choose how we are going to live in our reality. And not only will we be fulfilled and happy, but we can help others to do the same. But in this time, we are told, I'm being channeled, that this is important. We are in a mess. It's very important. This is what's going to help us to change, to grow, to go through our personal evolution, to discover our voice, to know what we like and what we don't dislike. If we didn't have this mess and everything was going so peachy keen, then we would just keep going with the masses. We just keep following the crowd. We would just keep going with the grain. And sometimes, no, there are times in life, events that must happen to change historically, to change eternally. And so that's what's happening. They're letting me know that these are the wounds that we must experience. These wounds are from our past, that the collective, I mean, that's in the entire universe, the world, our planet Earth. We are healing wounds from our past, the way that we were living in totality as a human race. We must heal wounds in the present timeline, because by healing these wounds, we are healing for the future. Spirit beings is who we are, living in a human existence. We've got wonderful children being birthed. I've been working with children for over 20 years. I may not have my program that I had. I had a dual language immersion program. I had a teaching program. I had a beautiful program for children that they can be safe, well nourished. I had a very well created, nourishing program in food, and teaching them to garden, and teaching them how to have empathy for others, to forgive themselves, forgive one another. It was Super Skates Daycare. It was to help these children discover their inner hero. And I'm still doing that, but on a larger scale now. And so these wonderful children that we are being birthed into this planet are helping us to see through their eyes. They don't see color. They don't see mask or no mask. They don't see whether you got a shot or no shot. They don't see whether you got money or not. Children, when they're being birthed and they come in, they're the crystal children. They're the cosmic beings of light, being brought into this existence to help us to not live in our past, to not live and follow what they're trying to ask us to consume. Like here, like they used to say, keeping up with the Joneses. And then the joke was, keeping up with the Kardashians. And they have a great reality show, and that's wonderful. But I do like that they were also showing that not everything is always got to be filtered. There is real life. I think I liked when Kim was very raw about how what she was dealing with. That's when I was like, good for you for showing the world that you may have a wonderful, beautiful exterior, but you also go through tumults, and you are also learning to persevere, that you are being vulnerable. And I think that's when I really liked her the most, is when she was showing her strength, even in her fear, that she was growing in courage and bravery, and that she was using her voice for others. And so, again, it's being real. And so here's something that I wanted to share with you that keeps coming up, that I believe that we are all dealing with in our own version, in our own way. Mistakes. Mistakes seems to be a big anchor for many that aren't able to rise above from their mistakes. I don't call them mistakes. I think I've shared that in a few of my other videos that I share with how I raise my children, that I tell them every choice we make is not a mistake. It's going to lead you to where you need to go. It's going to serve you somehow in the future. It's going to make you wiser. It's going to make you stronger. And the universe uses this, what we call here on this earth, mistakes, a chance to learn. This is the learning curve. Your soul was incarnated on earth because you wanted to learn. You wanted to grow. You wanted to surpass where you were before you came in this vessel. It's a lesson in disguise for each and every one of us to become wiser, to progress, to grow, and level up. These mistakes, which I call life lessons, will lead you to the reflection of who you are and the person that you are becoming, that will lead you to where you need to be. There are no mistakes, my friends. Only stepping stones into your ascension. I also noticed that we are all working through our fears. Thank goodness that we are all working through our fears. And by doing so, we are creating a focal point in our timeline right now. This is our rebirth as we are facing and working through our fears. These are so significant for those who've come to me through sessions. I go through your energetic timeline of the current timeline and then the Akashic record. So I look for focal points. So as this moment, as you're working and confronting yourself and maybe others that have been badgering you or giving you a hard time about being you and your existence, this is your focal point of rebirth. By the way you are thinking, by the way that you are claiming that you are here to experience these paradigms of birth, death, and rebirth. Let's think about the story of the phoenix rising from the ashes. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes when you are at this moment of working through your fears. So many of us have been taught so many coping mechanisms of, shopping therapy. That was definitely one of mine. My ex-husband can definitely would joke when he would find new shoes under the bed or a purse. My current husband's like, oh, she bought more crystals. I'm like, I have to. Well, it's important to grid the house. No, it's a different form of shopping therapy. Back in the day, it was definitely because I couldn't control my situation, I was able to control whatever made me happy at that time. And now I'm using it for, yes, because it makes me happy. Are you kidding me? I love crystals. It's insane. I've always had since I was a child. So there is a difference. I am seeing the growth potential here. And so here's what they're telling me as you're working through your fears, as you're working through your challenges that you are facing. I'm so proud of you for facing it. Not that you need me to be proud of you, but sometimes we just need a cheerleader cheering us on and recognizing that we are doing our very best when it's a mess. Listen, what they wanted me to tell you when I say they, it's when I'm channeling, it's my angels, it's my cosmic beings of light that come forward to give me, not, this is all for me, but it's also for you as well. And so what they're telling me is when you're in alignment with yourself, everything will move in alignment for you. You know, past posts on my Facebook page and my Instagram page, I keep telling you, the universe will support you every step of the way. The universe will support you in your bravery. You must face the shadow. It's through your dark side, my friends, that the light of your faith, your self-love, of your actions, that light inside of you will ignite and make everything more brighter so that you can see clearly the bigger picture, so that your light can shine. So you got to go through the mess. The mess is your message. This is the meaning of all of this. And a lot of people think, well, it's always light, light, light. Well, people forgot you had to go through the darkness to get through the light, honey. Listen, as you're going through this mess, this is serving you. This is what's creating that deep transformation that you've been asking for in prayer, that you've been working on through manifestation, through healing, through affirming yourself, through standing up when others are pushing you down. You got to trust the process, my friends. As you're going deep into healing your bodies, maybe you're changing your diet, maybe you're more motivated and encouraged to maybe not drink as much alcohol, maybe to not smoke as much weed, or maybe you want to clean your diet, or maybe you're exercising, or maybe you made a promise to yourself to go outside and play, go for a hike, go for a walk, play frisbee, go for, whatever, bike riding, whatever. Maybe you're doing something with your body that's different. Maybe you're listening to your body more when your body's saying, I'm tired. And before you would push, push, push. I know I'm one of them, okay? I'm working that out right now. I'm in progress. And I'm listening to my body. This is the deep transformation because we're working through ourselves, through our fears, through the areas that we were hiding from everyone and from ourselves even. It's the deep transformation happens in the mind as you're allowing your mind to expand, to look at life in different perceptions and angles so that you can get a deeper meaning of all of this. Perhaps the deep transformations through your spirit as you are working through whatever it is that you're ready to elevate from, to rise above from. My friends, this is your work in progress. You are applying everything that you've asked for, everything that you've been affirming, everything that you've been manifesting. This is it. This is what needed to be done so you can work through your fears because you're no longer living in a superficial level. I'm being told to tell everyone, let go and trust the universe. This can change everything in your life. The other thing that they wanted me to talk about was the past. Many of us are being shook. I think I shared on a couple of videos and through my post. We're kind of like, I had mentioned when I was telling you in regards to when I was talking to my son, I go, remember when we used to go and dig for crystals and we'd have all the dirt on top, and we'd have to sift. We have to shake, and we have to have the water rushing, pouring in to that crate so that all the debris can filter and fall through. And before you know it, we were able to see the treasures, that we were refined. So a lot of us are holding on to our past. Well, allow the past to come through. It's filtering so that you can be refined. The past isn't your enemy. It's your guide. It's that focal point that you can reflect upon. The past isn't who you are right now. However, it does have some part of who you are today. Don't let your past defeat you, but inspire you. The past, when you allow it, can grant you greater wisdom. And so, because of your past, you're able to gain whatever you needed to learn. Maybe you learned that you don't like certain things about what you did, or whom you handled, or how you handled things, or whom you were dealing with. That's great. It's serving you in this present time so that you can move on. Forget about the past dramas and traumas in the sense where it keeps you stuck. Remember what you can gain from that past so you can be set free. How you see yourself does matter, my friends. How you accept and love yourself can change everything in your present time. What I was also being told is that tomorrow is a continuation of now. What you believe to be true is true for you. So I inspire you to believe in yourself. Affirm yourselves. Realize and give yourself the confirmation that you are valued. This must be internal. This is what matters. By waiting for all the attention and compliments and popularity to validate that you're enough, my goodness, no wonder. Because when is it enough? Because you can keep doing it. And it's like you're consuming, you're ingesting these cons, this deception, and hope that you will feel validated. And I'm being told by the cosmic beings of light, you must affirm and validate yourself. Remember, the way that you feel about yourself is what you're attracting to. So it'll keep coming to you because the universe this is your learning curve. This is your life lesson. It's supposed to help you. What are the virtues that you're cultivating for yourself? I hope that it can be love for yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, then you're not going to know how to love someone else. You're going to be too busy judging what you've done, and then you're going to be too busy judging others because you haven't worked in that healing part of yourself yet. The beautiful virtues that you can also cultivate is kindness. Kindness to yourself so that you know what kindness looks like to be to others. Tranquility can be another virtue that you can cultivate. If you don't have peace within yourself, then no wonder you're feeling the mess when you're in the eye of the storm. You don't know how to shelter. You don't know how to deal with what's happening. So find your tranquility. What does that mean to you? Do you like to write? Do you like to sing? Do you like to dance? Do you like to dress up? And just for you, not because you're looking for everyone to say, oh my God, you look amazing, which is wonderful to hear. It's very nice. But do you think you're amazing? Is the virtues that you're cultivating generosity, or are you hoarding everything and just being like, look, I've got all this. Ta-da! That's great. That's great. Do you know what that makes others feel like that don't have not even food to eat or a car to drive? Empathy, compassion, kindness, generosity. Generosity can be just being generous with your words, because remember, our words have power. They're spells or incantations to influence. So you can be generous with how you speak with others. You can be generous with your love and support, maybe your time. Maybe you have a gift that you can share with others. The universe has already confirmed that you're valid, that you are enough. That's why you're here. That's why you've been incarnated to be here. You are enough. You're already confirmed. You're already liked. The universe is following you and trying to help you to accomplish your soul's desires and purpose. And it's up to you whether to reflect upon that, realize it, to be true to yourself. Being authentic is staying true to who you are. If you've noticed my theme, because I keep getting channeled, know thyself. Know who you are and love yourself. I had such a big problem with the way I looked, my nose shape, this color of my skin, because it's what society kept telling me. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't good enough. I didn't look like the Barbie that was being sold at the stores. There wasn't, by my times, there wasn't even dolls that represented me. Or that this is a melting pot of a beautiful universe of many versions of who we are. And so I've had to learn, and then I was in the modeling industry. Oh my gosh, talking about comparing and comparison and feeling valued and beautiful and validated, because that's how I earned money, was based upon how I looked. I had, my sibling used to say, or my mom would say, well, put on some makeup. Here I am, no makeup, just moisturizer. Put on some makeup before you go out. I have the scar on my eyebrow. I was so embarrassed. I've learned a lot this past few years. How to love myself. Not worry that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And what I'm really hearing is we got to know who we are, love who we are. The universe doesn't make a mistake about the way you're designed. Your nose is supposed to be the way it is. Your eyes are the beautiful color that it's meant to be. Your hair can be wavy like mine, or beautifully straight, curly, whatever. You are meant to be who you are. We got to stop thinking we have to be like everyone else. So I've been coming to you raw. Now here's another thing too, because I used to be in a marriage that didn't like me putting on lip gloss or dressing up, because they didn't want me to see myself, and they didn't want others to see me either, and I didn't know that. When I do get dolled up, it's because I want to do it for me, not because I feel that my husband needs to see me that way, or that FB or the rest of the world out there needs to see me a certain way. You guys see me in everything. See me sick, see me waking up. I mean, I've done videos. It was like middle of the morning. I had been crying. I was all swollen, because I want you guys to be comfortable with being human. Where is our true humanity? We got to get back to that. And so I just wanted to share with you, I mean, as I channel, like I said, I look like a mad woman, okay? Everyone knows how I channel when they come in for session. And I write it down because I'm a storyteller, and I don't want to get lost. And I want to make sure that I am delivering the divine messages that are given to me, and then I am being encouraged to share it with others. So what is the meaning of all of this? Your mess is your message. Be true to yourself. Be authentic, because there are other people, whether you know it or not, that can be influenced by the way you show up. And we are in a process of what I was told, and I've been sharing this for quite a while. We are in the process, that paradigm of death, birth, and rebirth. And it's time for us to level up. It's time for us to upgrade in ourselves. We're so accustomed to being like, look, I upgraded this, and look, and that's wonderful. All this material stuff on this planet is for fun. It is really, really, to me, I'm not saying anything bad against material stuff. I like it, it's fun, but to lose ourselves for it, to put ourselves in uncomfortable situations just to hope that people will accept us, that's a bad downward spiral for our souls. Unless you're doing it because you're enjoying it and you're in again, everything's about how we come into our mindsets and how we allow it to influence us. Remember how it allow it to consume us. And our words have everything to do with how we are creating our life, our everything. And there's nothing wrong with showing up on days where you do feel yucky. You don't always have to be on and perfect and 100%. It's sometimes, like I was saying, that those moments is what redefines us. It's what regenerates us. It's what renews us. It revitalizes. It restructures us into another version, an upgrade of ourselves. So thank you so much for watching. For this will also go onto my YouTube channel. For those that are following my YouTube channel, if you would like to, go ahead and put on the notifications, because I'm going to be channeling more if you're interested and listening. And I hope this resonates with you. I hope it inspires you, because I've been getting this channeling for about 2 days, even this morning. And I was just like, you know what? Thank you so much. Thank you, Divine Universe. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my spirit guides. Thank you, my higher self, for reminding me that this mess is my message. So much love to each and every one of you. Wishing you love, insight, and healing. Bye, everyone.